And we're back to another episode of Let's Play Lost Odyssey. I'm your host, the RPG Guy, and let's continue with what we were doing. I had a zone out moment there. Woo. Oh my. As we are now heading down and around to the Black Cave, we're going to accomplish a couple things that we needed to accomplish here. One of the big ones is dropping off nonsense. The other thing is actually getting something really, really good for our buddy Tolton. So, memories. Remember when I screwed up here earlier and didn't get the extra slot seed? Speaking of slot seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once we get another slot seed, we can do it again. Now, I believe... supposed to be able to... There it is. So isn't this one of the magic spots the technician at Ura mentioned? Let's set up the magic gauge here while we're at it. There we go. I want to make sure we get that done while we're here. Because there will be random encounters that we can't really avoid. The one thing we want to avoid is not screwing up, as we all know how that can happen in this one. But yeah, let's keep moving. Do 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 do. All right, walk through this. Zoom out here. And what you'll notice is that there's a little kind of dead-end area that we need to get to. So that's the most important aspect of what we're trying to accomplish here. Luckily, most of the enemies here should die pretty easily, and we won't need to worry about it. Just in case. You still see we're not getting one-hit kills mostly out of Seth and Ced. But it is what it is. They made me kill that with fire. I should be using Force Seon anyway. I don't know why I'm not. Let's finish this. There we go.
Phew. That was a close one.
And there's a level for Kime. Got 3 XP it looks like for the party, so that's not too big. And we're going to probably swap Ced out for Tolton soon anyway. Because Ced's about to level. Tolton's pretty far behind. Tolton will be a level behind Ced, so it makes sense to kind of level them evenly-ish. To a degree, so that's what we're probably going to do. Now, what we need to be weary of are, again, the holes that are here. So you'll notice, because I don't want to frickin' fall, be very careful where we walk. I forget which area it is specifically. I think it's this one. And there it is. Oh, you son of a bitch.
me a break.
Derp, 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 derp. Time to die. Go. Nice.
I can't afford to lose.
No, wait a minute. Seth learns double SP. Yes! I lied. We're gonna probably leave Seth in because I just realized characters are learning off of him right now. And they're almost there. So we're gonna leave Seth in regardless of how I feel. And we're gonna put double SP on immediately. Because until all things are learned, there is no reason to ever really take that off. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about that. Oh, well, let's put on +5 slot somewhere. That's really what I want. Where's the +5? There it is. And we don't have to re-equip everything. Actually, she needs to equip that. There we go. I think, is anybody else done with their gear? Yeah, I've been putting this off for quite a while, it would seem. Get that going for sure. And anti-darkness would be good. And what's up here that she needs to work on? That's not magic, simple spirit magic stuff. That's black and white, but again, I could care less about that, to be fair. She's already got the better one. We will teach everything to everybody, so I'm fine with that. Alright. Magic defense boost 1. There we go. Fire charm. Oh no, we're not quite there yet. We still got stuff hit back here. Slot hit. That should keep him busy for a while. Before I forget, and Seth will learn things at twice the rate, which is great, I believe. So the Royal Seal will be broken. And we get the Master Sword and the Master Ring. Oh my. Let's take a look, shall we? So we'll put the Master Sword on Tolton, which, again, his attack is starting to climb very quickly for his level. And the Master Ring, oh no! Yeah, oh yes, almost certainly causes those 3 status effects. That thing is beastly. When it means almost certainly, it means what it says. Now, again, only Tolton can equip master weapons or the royal weaponry. However, once we reach a certain level, the immortal characters can learn to equip that weaponry as well. And that's something that's going to be very, very useful later. Not very, very useful, but if you want to optimize the immortal characters, that's how you go about doing it. No joke. That's how you go about doing it in its entirety. Yeah, crap baskets. Their wind, so all flare up. He's fire, right? So mostly because I don't care. God damn it. I forget to do that. And there it is.
It appears I've still got a lot to learn.
Seth learned counter up. I forget how the double SP works, but regardless, we're getting a lot of it, and that's what's important. And the more of it we get, the faster characters will learn stuff, the happier I become. What am I doing? We're doing this the wrong way. Freeform is going to be very important. Alright, we can pretty much get out of this dump. And we're going to go get 2 more of Tolton's goodies. Because we can right now, and we probably should. Especially now that Seth has double SP, not gonna lie. It's gonna make things very relevant for the next item we're gonna pick up. But, to be fair, I believe we can't use it right away. Again, don't worry, it's all part of the plan. All part of the plan. So we'll run through here. Running. Oh, stuck. There we go. And out we go. All right. So we'll head to the Ice Canyon. Yay. All right, let's head down this way. See it up there. Nice. And we get the quad element charm. Now again, this is a gear that only Tolton can equip, but the quad element charm is pretty much resistance to all 4 elements. And again, the immortal characters can't equip his gear yet. It'll come. There will be a time for it. And actually, I don't... Do we have Seth learning something else? No. Is it on Tolton? Where is it? Okay, he doesn't have it accessible yet because he's not high enough level. But that's again a reason why we're going to be leveling him to a degree at some point. Double loot, double gold. Those are nice, but they're very expensive. But you know, we could start working on it now, or we put her on learning other stuff that's a bit more useful. I mean, double gold is useful. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, screw it. We'll just do it now. The sooner we get it, the better. But we're gonna be getting to that point where everybody's gonna be learning it anyway. So we may as well. Yeah, you know what? We may as well not bother with it right now. We don't need money. We're not hurting for cash. So let's have her learn something else from said, like auto shield. No reason not to. I'm trying to figure out. You know what? It'd be faster if we just leave. So there's actually a thing, a magic gauge for us to install. But who wants to walk through the entire dungeon because we came through the north end, right? So let's just go ahead and backtrack out of here and enter from the bottom and do it that way. So there. Yeah, I know this is mostly boring cleanup stuff. I get that, guys. Just bear with me. One of those magic spells that the guy in Udo told us to investigate research. Let's put a magic meter here. And it's done. Alright. Let's head out. See, that was simple, wasn't it? So the next one, not so simple. This one's a little... We passed this one during our side questing. Because we're not during our side questing, but when we first got the ability to fast travel. So to the, I believe it's here. So before the end of Disc 3, until when everybody got together, right? So it's that tunnel I hate. Because of all the geysers and the sliding around and the poison gas. You know, the usual things that piss me off. But yeah, we want to make our way through here. Now that His Majesty's with us. And we're better geared and everything else. We could have come back here way earlier, like before we started a lot of our other side questing stuff. But it was more relevant for us to gather gear and stuff. Because we're going to have to fight enemies. So that's, somebody might say, why are you doing this in such a weird order? And a lot of it has to do with getting abilities, getting gear, learning abilities. In other words, before we come back in through here, to make our venture through here a lot easier to manage. And that's really the gist of it, because there's always that right way and wrong way to do things, and that's 100% subjective. As far as I'm concerned, but for someone like me, I'm very structured in how I do things, because just simple, basic, you know, putting a little bit of thought into it will explain why certain, like if we came here early, we'd be spending more time dealing with battles. Now that we're a little bit stronger, that's not a problem. As I do things that are stupid, like fall into the poison gas. Not that we can't handle it. But yeah, so that's a thing. So we've got, what, maybe 1 or 2 screens back we gotta traverse in order to really do this. So, hey.
calm down, okay?
Dun dun dun! What are we gonna do? Kill them like the rest. What are they again? Earth? So we want to hit them with wind. Probably didn't need to attack. Even though that'll kill them, but... And there's a level for said. Holy crap. So, oh no, what have we done? A lot of people learned double SP, said learn ultimate analysis, sweet. Which is great. It actually is a really good skill. Okay, so we need to look at pretty much everybody. Because they just power learned everything. I don't care about that for him. Okay, I want to go back and make sure they're learning this stuff. That way it's not too far away from what they should be working on. Because that's how stuff gets forgotten. That's why I haven't sorted this inventory yet. Because right now it's in an order of characters learning things. So for me, that's a bigger deal. Evade up. We'll take it. And things like Spirit Magic level 2 I don't care about, because we'll learn that in through different means. Without having to use the item. Now that they all have SP bump plus, we're in a very good position to learn a lot of stuff. So first of all, we're setting let's see here. Now, the theory that I have, and I'm gonna just that only one character technically needs to have this. We're gonna put it on everybody for shits and giggles. My theory is if one person has it, it doubles the SP for everybody. Because it just says doubles SP after battle. It doesn't say it doubles SP for one person. But we'll figure that out. And then it's like double the gold. Well, the gold is shared. So I just, again, if we're going to 100% learn every skill for every immortal, which I want to do, this is relevant to do, right? Getting the double SP skill as early as possible, so that way no matter what combination of characters we have in, we have. But I want to double check it, because if it doesn't go up, that means only one character needs to have it on, which is fine. That's actually a good thing, because that saves us the trouble of having to dick around with it later. Ow. Okay, son of a bitch. I'm going the wrong way through here. Motherfucker. we go. Bit of a pain, but, you know, it is what it is. Really quick. Cook, heal everybody. But luckily, when we leave here, we'll just be coming out the way we did. But in order for me to measure this, we would need 2 attacks in a row. Because I'll be honest with you guys, to beat this game, you don't have to teach every skill to every immortal character. You don't even have to have one immortal character with every skill possible either. So really, it's kind of up to you how you want to go through all that, per se. Let's do this. This will be more efficient, I think. Should be enough to help all Aquara do the rest of the damage here. We're really going after Sarah for some reason. Ooh, alright.
Well, I'm getting too old.
Yeah, it looks like only one character needs to have it on. Which is funny. And boom. People are just going to be learning stuff left and right. Kaim learns +5. Seth is done with what she's doing. I think Sarah finished one thing as well. So skill, really quick. We need to, before we take it off, put +5 on here. Somewhere. There it is. Which is great because we need another person to learn that skill. You can take Wind Charm for all I care. That's important. That's important. You'll need that for sure. Yeah, it seems like only one character needs double SP on, which is fine. Leave it on Kaim. Why would we, you know, no reason to take it off the dude. Alright. Still further back, because it's in a poison gas area, so we still got to get to the poison gas area that it's in. And to be fair, this is one of the lamer royal items, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's something we can learn from Ced. But again, this is something Tolton can't do himself, so it's really for him. Yeah, it's in here. Now that we're through... Fine. Then we can get out of here. And we get the royal emblem, which I want to say I still stand by. I'm saying I still stand by what I said. Oh, they need to learn something from somebody. Yeah, I think they can learn it from Ced. I think it's auto barrier or auto shield. Let's grab ultimate analysis. What is she working on? She's working on something I didn't plan very well. Again, just get everybody learning something here. Because I'd like to reveal all information about all enemies. Thank you very much. Okay. That's done, so let's get out of this dump. Which, strangely enough, is easier than one would think, because we already know how to pretty much get out of here. So, yeah. Jump this. Jump this. And through here we go.
Let your guard down, eh?
Dun, 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 dun. You won't like water, so we'll attack with water. Magic is really not an issue for us. We want to get through this dungeon as quickly as possible, because we're going to heal as soon as we leave it. So, and after we leave here, we're going to save, because this is probably, again, like I said, early on, this is one of the trickier ones to get Tolton to, just because backtracking through here is rough. Because of the sliding things, all the AoE damage crap you got to deal with. It's enough to cringe a wee bit.
That seemed like a needless battle.
I'm Seth, Sarah, me. Everybody's learned something, yay. Again, this is going to be a very common thing, as the rate that we're learning stuff is so incredibly high. So yeah, you just have to bear with me, guys. So, scroll of balance. Gigantes Brooch. Done with this. Scroll of balance, mind bangle. Trying to look for things that actually take a little while to learn, like that. Though we'll probably not use that ever, but at this point, everything else is not super relevant. So picking up the strongest black-white magic we can is probably a good idea. And then some people have learned stuff through their skills. Go to SED. Ultimate analysis is fine. Eventually, when the characters learn everything except for the 100 SP skills, we're probably going to have them work on Tolton next. And learn everything Tolton's got. Because Tolton's, strangely enough, I know I haven't been really using him, and some people argue he's one of the worst characters. I actually think if you know how to use him, he's not bad. He's actually can arguably be one of the best characters for melee combat straight outright. You know, he doesn't have magic. He's actually the only, and between him and Sed, they're the only two characters. Sed has all these really great support abilities. Tolton, on the other hand, has a smorgasbord of uber offensive skills that are very useful when magic is not an option. And that's kind of, as you notice, once in a while that comes up. And because we have access to Tolton's attacks, he can do things like break hit, where he ignores any defense an enemy has. So if you use break hit on an enemy who's hyper immune to damage, you're going to do your maximum damage against it anyway. And yeah, it costs a bit of MP. It's 30 MP to use. It's very expensive, so you know it's not meant for you to spam it every battle, for sure. But you know, that mixed with the means to recover your MP, you'll learn stuff really quickly. So everybody learned Ultimate Analysis. Kaim learned everything he's got. Seth learned Anti-Darkness, and Sarah. Again, like I said, it's cool that we can do that, and it's necessary that we do it, more so than anything else, to learn all of Numbnuts' skills. Auto MP recovery. You know what? Let's put it on him. It'll take him at least 2 fights to learn that, or so. She's getting there to the point where she's almost learned everything there is to learn. Let's grab that. Okay, and then obviously they gotta learn something different from Sed. And the other thing is, if we learn all of Sed's other skills right away, we can then focus more on the harder stuff to learn much later. Actually, double item would be good. You know what? Just to get everybody caught up to Set, to whatever. Magic Seal. Magic Seal. There we go. That way when they can go back to learning the 20s together. I don't have to keep, in between battles, or changing what they're learning. Even though that's not necessarily a bad thing. Ow. You don't need to heal. As we head down and around, so we can get out of here. Fall off. Very good. Ignore that middle one, it's a trap. Not really much of a trap, you just have to do a long walk to get back to this point. Which I'd rather avoid, to be fair. Head on out. And again, just to clarify, some people might be suggesting, why don't I cut this stuff out? And I really don't, because I have had people complain that they want to see how long it takes to do this, because they want to know, is it really worth it? And there is that argument, well, you don't need to know if it's worth it or not, because I could just tell you. But it's one thing to say it, it's another thing to see it and experience the game and like the side questing nonsense in its entirety to really have a very strong foundational understanding of why it's such a burden to do some of it. So that's my whole thing on that. It's like one of those things where people say, oh, you know, you don't really need, you know, I'm just going to power my way there and we'll move on. And it's like, oh, you did it, and then you go and you attempt to do it yourself at home. And then you realize, holy crap, this is like time-inducing. The one thing and because the encounter rate in this game isn't that high compared to other JRPGs, so you don't have to sit through nearly as much, you don't have to sit through nearly as many battles. That's why I'm showing you these battles, because they're still semi-relevant, because we're learning skills and stuff and all of that. So I'm not going to cut those battles out. Whereas in a game like the early Final Fantasy games, cutting battles out makes more sense because it's just, you're constantly in battle trying to get through. Okay, so Ming learned her stuff, Sarah, Seth, Kime, everybody learned something, so let's get to it. And we need to heal Sed. Even though we're almost out of here, it'd be a shame if we got in a fight and he took a hit. It's not like we're hurting or anything from magic. I don't care what it costs, just get it done. Okay, skills for Kime. He's ready to learn something new from Sed. Let's do double item. For Sed, let's do... Oh, it doesn't matter what we do with her anyway. Okay, auto barrier. Sed for her will be double item. Double item. Equipment. I think Kime is still working on stuff, yeah. She can do wind charm. You can do that for sure. Toughness brooch. At this point, let's do that. Okay, let's move on. We are almost out of here. Jump, 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 jump. The other option, too, is just leaving set in the entire time while characters slowly learn everything there is to learn from his high SP requirements. Because the sooner we knock those out, the sooner we can focus more on Tolton, to be fair. Alright, so we're going to go and put that magic thingy on top of the Ipsilon mountain. It's better to come in from the south than it is to come in from the north. It's technically a shorter walk. Which is good. I did not save. We will save at a save point around here. Or we'll save after we knock this out, one of the two. The enemies around here aren't going to be a problem. But yeah, I'm going to make that a thing. Or just learn all of said stuff as, like I said, the lower tier stuff, because they're going to learn it in 2 to 4 battles and whatnot. And we're going to be doing those secondary dungeons where the SP might actually be really good. So if we pick off the low tier stuff, this stuff will learn itself pretty quick. Oh, god damn it, this thing. Okay, well, it's Earth, so we'll use Winda. Against my better judgment, which I'm probably going to kill myself now. Because God, this was so long ago. See, we didn't even need to use composite magic. Could have used Forza and ended this battle right away. But now we know. Ooh. Eight points. That's still really good. Okay, Sarah learns +5, and the other two learn skill hit. Slot hit and skill hit, respectively. Okay, so these are all equips. But for Sarah specifically, we need to put on the +5, or it don't count. Yeah, that would be good. Don't know what else to give her. Skill hit or the absorb magic. Mind bangle. Ooh, that's hiding up there now. It's some of that stuff's getting higher up on the list because we're losing track of where it is, so to speak. So, yeah, this is a bit drawn out, guys. What I will say is once we install this gauge, I'm probably not going to make you guys sit through me leaving here. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about it. What am I saying? Just fucking kill him. And yeah, that thing is still faster than Seth. Those guys. It's funny how that works. Alright, let's keep moving.
Only the strong.
Up we go. Do-do-do-do-do. Like I said, it doesn't seem like it's faster, but it truly is.
Just calm down, okay?
Let's just go all attack. Like, time attack that. A few times we'll see something die from a melee attack from our casters. Oh
It
boy.
appears I've still got a lot to learn.
Thanks a million. Must have gotten a million gold by this point of the game. Or something. Alright, double item. So I'm doing some stuff I've never done before, which is learning every character, mortal character, learning every skill. Just keep that in mind. So Ming, Sarah, Seth, everybody's learned something. Yay. So just to be fair to you guys, yeah, I'm doing some stuff that I normally would not do in a casual playthrough, which is learning every single skill pretty much in the game for every character. Normally I wouldn't bother because realistically I could... We need to move that up to the front by equipping it. Normally because there's just skills I would just never really use, per se. So it's just one of those things in a game where it's like, oh, well, I could learn... Well, I'm doing a Let's Play, so what would it be like to learn every skill possible, right? And so that's the way I'm interpreting what I'm doing here. Is just learning every skill, completing every side quest to its completion. There's some side quests I actually have started but never finished, you know, but obviously I'm going to be finishing them this time through, so let's just pick up something simple. She's still working on hers. Just because they'll learn it right away. Pick up another one of said skills we're not that interested in. There it is. La 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 la. La 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 la. What I might say is I might not show you the return trip out of here because we're going to be running out of time soon anyway. So that's not going to be that relevant. Climbing, climbing, climbing. Running, running, running. We're almost there. Keep in mind this dude here for later. Not every day I run into people in places like this. Are you all travelers? Yeah, you could say that. How about you, Gramps? What are you doing here? Just wandering around, reminiscing. This mountain used to be famous for being rich in ore. I used to come here to get components for my smithing when I was young. Now all the resources have been mined out for the construction of Grand Staff up ahead. Even the coal mine was closed. Now there's nothing left. So we need to remember where he is. But right now there's not a big point. It's kind of weird backtracking through some of these areas. It's hard to get your maneuvering on spot on here. So it's easy to get, in other words, it's easy to get hung up on the terrain. Here. Almost there, guys. Now you might say, what, this is really faster? It actually is. Strangely enough. Fingers, toes, and testicles crossed. We got a long walk through there without a fight. not going to complain about that at all. Alright, we've made it to the peak. And there is a save point. So let's exploit that now. Because I haven't saved in a while. Yeah, because Sid was still at level 35. He's at like 37 now. Or so. Yeah, 37. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We made it. And we'll place the technician we're going to thing. Wanted us to put one of these gauges here. Let's do that. Alright. Whew. We did it. So, another one down. And we have the luxury of walking all the way back the way we came. Yay! So, yeah. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/JackStarStudios for more live gaming action. You can support the channel by being a subscriber there, or you can support it by donating directly to the channel. All those links will be in the description. And yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. We still have more side questing to go. I know. I hate when they backfill, they back end like an entire, you know, game's worth of side quests. But to be fair, they actually had side quests in between too, just not very many. But with all of that said, we are on our way to getting most of this done. And you know, it's a very grindy, very like, oh god, I gotta go all through these places again. But, you know, it's for the greater good. It's, you know, knocking out quests that we would normally not finish any other way. So, and we're learning skills along the way. So, no matter what, even the random encounters are in some degree benefiting us. I know that sounds weird, but it's kind of true. They are benefiting us to some degree. Because we have to barrel our way back through here. So, it is what it is, but it needs to be done. And all that good stuff. So when we come back, we're going to be delving into our first side dungeon, which will be in Ura, as well as kind of clear out the rest of Numbnuts' mansion, Gongora's mansion and whatnot from there. So that's going to be a thing in and of itself. And depending on how much time we have, we'll also tackle the other side dungeon. The terrace cave. Don't get your hopes up. I have a feeling sometimes one takes longer than another because there's a lot of crap we got to do. So just keep that in mind. I am being hopeful that we will be rewarded for our efforts by briskly getting through these little side dungeons and collecting all the goodies that are there. So anyway, thanks again for stopping by, guys. We will see you guys next time.